Many sales managers, actually, even sales managers in reasonably large organizations, don't actually know how to write a sales plan. And many times they don't actually know what a sales plan is. So I'm going to actually try to explain what a sales plan is and different ways to structure a sales plan. You'll see that this is actually quite straightforward. If we remind this marketing process, and these several steps that we have seen at the start of this lecture, we can think of writing a sales plan, for instance, following actually this setup or this model. No? But actually, as you see, a sales plan and a marketing plan are two things that are quite similar. No? The difference is that in a sales plan, usually in the decision-making aspect, you devote much more detail and much more time to the sales effort. It is also very important to consider that the process of marketing strategy that we have seen before is not the same as writing a sales plan. It is not the same, but it is something maybe related. And why is it related? Because actually the process of planning a sales strategy is usually formalized when writing a sales plan. So many times we discuss about our sales strategy, and then later on, and that's the way we should do it, is when we write the sales or the marketing plan. It is not a good idea actually to start writing it if we have not devoted a lot of time to actually think in our sales strategy. So that's why many companies might not have written a sales plan, but they could have a very good plan in their heads, in their strategy, because they for sure have discussed all the elements or most of the elements that are necessary to write the sales plan. How to structure then the sales plan, how to write it, what specific aspects should have included. Well, here you see one example. We could have an executive summary, then write a few pages on market assessment, then some pages on the goals that we pursue. Our strategy is also very important, and the tactics. As I said before, up to here, a sales plan and marketing plan are no different. The only difference is that in general, sales plans have much more detail in the sales force policies and also in the access to market or in the presence plan as a set of actions that you do to get to a customer. Then also we develop the implementation. Usually here also in a sales plan we talk more about implementation of our sales strategy, and then the control and the KPIs that we have seen before. Here you see another structure that we use with a specific company, and it's very similar to the previous one, but there are small differences now. Market assessment, for instance, SWOT analysis, the commercial priority map. Sometimes it is important in a sales plan to be quite specific and not very abstract, like, okay, what sectors I'm going to go to with my product or service, what specific activities I'm going to do, for instance, how many visits I'm going to do this month, to which type of customers, etc., etc., etc. Then we may want to have here our value proposition, our argumentation, our selling arguments are usually very helpful also to include them in a sales plan. How are we going to convince our customers to buy from us? The sales KPIs, the presence plan, or the plan of contacts, newsletters, leads, fairs, etc. What are we going to do to get to our customer? A go-to-market strategy, because we might combine our sales channel with other channels, like the digital channel, like partners or like retail, etc. And then a summary of the action plan with a specific scheduling, a set of actions, and the budget and people responsible to do it. Finally, here let's see different structures I have adapted from the book from Alexander Chernev. And here you see that this could be, well, different ways of writing the sales plan.